he meets the guy that looks like Billy Ray Cyrus, he would know to put in his phone. Is that because he didn't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
So can we text him right now? Just like,
hi,
Billy.
But you haven't answered.
So I was on Hinge when the first time, when we broke up, and I went on a couple of dates with this girl, and she was Billy Ray Cyrus's assistant at one point.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I think I hung out with her for months. And so one night, you know what I mean? She was talking about I used to work for Billy Ray Cyrus, and I was like, what's so funny? Because there's a guy that looks like, right? But there's no way. And she goes, well, give me the number. And I showed her the number. She goes, that's his cell number.
No.
Yeah. So now I know I have.
You met him and thought he was a guy that looked like Billy Ray
I think that's what happened. I think there was a guy that I thought that looked like Billy Ray Cyrus, but was Billy Ray Cyrus.
No.
Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Like, this guy looks just like Billy Ray Cyrus, right? I go, I am Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah, you're not. You know what I mean? But give me your number anyway. But why would I get
How would you? You don't know his name, but you're getting his number.
Yeah. I don't know how.
In what situation would that occur?
Yeah.
Can we test?
I don't want to test it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to get blocked by him.
I know, but what were the plans? Like, did you guys not make plans?
Airdropped it?
No, that's my question. It's like, why was there an exchange of number to begin with? Like,
I don't remember. I swear to God, it's been there for years.
He's a fan, clearly.
I don't know why.
You're not a fan.
Yeah.
You didn't know he existed.
Can
so
we reach
clearly
out to Billy Ray and eventually maybe have him phone in the show?
Yes.
And see what he remembers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever met him, but
He might be one of these guys that remembers everything, like there's.
I don't think so. I think he's got Gary Busey.
Very
kind of vibes.
remember, I bet he's a fan. I bet you met
I hope
at a
so.
show after a show and he goes, I'm Billy Ray Cyrus, and you go, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
And then he take down my name.
It's like what happened to me in Miami.
With?
What's her name? And then I burned a bridge with the club.
With who?
With let me guess. Hold on.
Rihanna?
No.
Let me guess. Wait,
Wait.
you're the
Oh my God, Gloria Estefan. Wait. Gloria Estefan.
So I was at the club. I've told this story before, but
Yes.
years ago. But I was at the club. I'll tell you, right? I was at the club, Miami Improv, way back in the day.
Okay.
I'm in the
When's
green
that?
room. I'm so hot. I just remember that, sweating, right? And the manager comes back and he goes, "Oh man, she's here." I go, "Ooh, I'm so hot." He's like, "I don't care about that." He goes,
He probably did say
"Yeah. Gloria Estefan."
Who's that?
Yeah, I go, she goes,
Gloria.
Gloria Estefan.
Well, yeah.
And I go, I don't know. And he goes, you don't know Gloria Estefan? I go, I don't know. She's an actress, right? I didn't know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
What year is this?
20 years ago.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, right? It is crazy. It's crazy.
How did you miss that? That was a moment.
I grew up with Joy Division and Sonic Youth and noise
Cool, man.
post-punk rock kind of stuff. No, that's not what it
you
is.
would never have heard
Like
mainstream,
Pavement. I like
man.
Pavement. Slacker music.
No, yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
such an icon.
I don't do
An
that.
icon.
Like, how did I live all the way on the other side of the globe and everyone knew Gloria Estefan?
Yeah.
The Philippines love that shit.
We do love that.
Yeah. They love that shit. So anyway, so I go, who is it? They go, Miami, my man. And my sound machines. And I go, okay. And they go, she goes, she's like huge. And I go, oh, it's a good thing. So I'm on stage and I'm eating it. Right. And I think it partly is because I know that she's there.
Of course.
And I have a fear of
You don't
somebody I
even
don't
know
even
who this
know,
is.
right? That's there that could be important.
But you know now she's important. That's all it takes.
Well, I'll tell you. So what happened was, halfway during my set, I was bombing, and I go, I don't know what to do. So I go, oh, we have a special person in the crowd.
No.
Yeah. I didn't know what else to do, right? And they put a spotlight on her or something. Like they lit up that side of the room, and she kind of stood up. I go, Gloria Estefan. And when I said that,
Oh my God.
yeah, the audience was like kind of cheering, but also like, you fucked up her last name. And she literally got up and left.
Wait, this was your John.
No!
This was your John Travolta Adele Dazeem moment.
Yeah.
She got up and left. She thought you were insulting her, because.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Did anyone? No one corrected you.
No, I mean, afterwards, after goes, why'd she leave? And they're like, you fucked up her name. I was like,
Oh my
holy
God!
fu-"
It is.
It was like Thurston Moore from Sonic Youth. I got that right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's
it's
the
Joey
kind-
Santiago from the Pixies. I got that. See it right there.
Oh, I had a moment like that. I was at the iHeart Music Awards, and there was I got to sit with all these celebrities because I was presenting. So I'm sitting next to Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox and Usher's performing, and he's doing this like private thing.
Her life is insane.
It was awesome. Me and Joel McHale are just like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like he's always the guy you look at these things where you're like, he'll be there to be like, look at our lives. So I forget who else was there. I was there with my dance partner from Dancing with the Stars. I was like, just trying to look hot that night with this hot guy that I failed on this show with. I got first voted off with him. It was so embarrassing. But I'm like, I'll bring Gleb with me, Gleb Savchenko. And Usher is like singing to us. And I'm like, oh my God, we have like a private party. It's after the show is wrapped.
Oh
and so it's like,
magical.
he has an amazing band. Yeah, that's us on the...
Who's that?
That's my dance partner. Look at our chemistry. Look at my face, horrified. Wow. I didn't know he was going to do that to me, and I was pretty mad. But I was not prepared for that. But Usher, after the show wrapped, was like just kind of held everyone hostage with a concert. And I mean that because like I think other celebrities wanted to go home, but like usually they'd be gone as soon as the thing ends.
Right.
But Usher's like, no, like we're gonna wind down and like.
Oh, I would have been bummed.
I loved it because I love Usher. It's a fucking Usher.
He's great. He's great.
And I'm like,
I want to go home. I want to go home though.
no, you would have. Yeah,
I want to go home. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
he was like, I'm done. I just rapped. So he wants to like sing with his band, and he's performing, and he's putting the microphone in our face, and he's singing a Michael Jackson song that I don't know, and he comes to me, and
Ooh, let me guess.
I don't remember what it was because
Okay,
I don't
okay,
remember.
okay.
It's like Billy Ray Cyrus, you know, like
yeah.
Esteban.
Thriller. Was he singing Thriller?
No, not.
okay.
No, it was like one that I don't think I should have been
yeah.
expected to know, but like
What
everyone
was the
like,
one
how
with
do
the
you not
mouse?
know
The
this?
mouse.
Na, 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 na,
Yeah, that mouse. Yeah, that one. Oh my.
Wait, is that the Christmas one?
What?
The mouse one.
It's about a mouse.
He wrote a song about a mouse.
I just heard about this. This is blowing my mind. Why am I just only hearing about this mouse song for the first time?
Oh, Ben.
Ben the mouse.
Wait,
I thought it was a joke when I
Is
heard
that a
that.
joke?
It really
Wait, was
is?
he just part of Jackson 5 or was he Michael Jackson?
It was
the
Jackson
mouse?
5. It was Jackson 5.
That's what I'm saying. He was a young guy.
It was still Michael Jackson though.
I know it was.
Or even if he was.
But he was a
It's
child.
not Michael. It's not Beyonce. It's Destiny's Child.
Right. It's kind of like saying an adult Michael Jackson was
here
singing
we
about
go.
There's a difference.
a mouse.
Oh, really?
A kid Michael Jackson was singing about a mouse.
So if you go,
Yeah.
remember when Paul McCartney sang "Let It Be"? You go, well, that was in the Beatles. What's the difference?
No,
'Cause he
Paul
was a
McCartney
child.
solo is different than Paul McCartney Beatles.
Oh, really? What's the difference?
It's John Lennon wasn't there, and George.
Okay, I know. Okay, you're
and
right.
George
I
Harrison
understand-
and
I
George
understand.
Martin and.
But what I'm saying is that with that, so let me, I guess.
But I know what you're saying.
No, let me finish.
Wait, George Martin
There's four
is a
songs.
Game of Thrones writer.
Also, yeah, George R.R. Martin. Yeah, he also did that. He's been around that
There's
long.
many-
That diverse in terms of his talent.
All right, so go back to.
I think George Martin was the name of the Beatles manager, but
The
I
manager?
could maybe get that wrong and have just put in Martin because of our.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right.
No, that's so funny though. Wait. So, do you get the distinction between Destiny's Child between
Can I tell you something about Bobby?
No, finish this. Finish it. Go.
So
let her go, and then
Usher
you go.
fucking puts the mic in my. I don't know the song. I'm really embarrassed, and everyone's kind of like laughing at me that I didn't. Like everyone's singing with him, and he's going along, and then he gets to me, and I go, I don't know what to do.
You know what I would have done?
That's good.
It just ruined the moment. You do some sort of like death metal thing. You know what I mean? And that would have ruined it.
God, is that what you would have done? Truly,
I think I would have done
There's
that.
no
Oh my
way.
God.
There's no way.
There's no way.
I would have memorized what they were saying.
Like,
I
wait,
go,
if someone is
"And
singing a
she
song
said-" What?
that everyone knows.
It would have been worse for him because we went to Pache one time for dinner.
Don't bring up Pachi. I don't know what it is. Go ahead.
Oh my God, that restaurant down here.
Yeah.
And Usher was there, and I was like, "Oh my God,
Was I there?
babe? Oh, we were there together as a couple."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Babe," I was like, "That's Usher."
Usher.
And you were like, "Who?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, maybe he didn't hear me right." I was like, "It's Usher," and you look, and you're like, "I don't know who the hell that is."
Oh my God.
Yeah, I got.
So ask
He's
him
the
the-
same level of fame as Gloria Estefan.
No, wait, stop. No,
Yes.
no, everyone, let's back up. Let's back our trucks back up, right? And let's stand still for a second, okay? Let me say something. I was at a, I don't want to say the restaurant because it'll be racial if I tell you. But anyway, there was music playing at this restaurant.
Wait,
and-
why?
Well, I'll just say it and then just bleep it again and take it out. It was.
Great.
They were playing.
What's
they
wrong
were
with that?
playing-
That's great.
But they were playing Little Wayne's.
Okay.
Okay?
Little
Okay, that's not his name.
Singular.
Little Wayne's.
It was two of them.
I think you're thinking of 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, but they also are both one.
And I liked it, so I went to the lady before I ordered my.
I wonder where you were.
I was in like it's like somewhere crazy.
No, I mean like the restaurant that you bleeped.
Oh yeah. That's right. But you understand now why? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Change the food item.
Yeah.
Food
So
item.
I was at and I go, who is this? She goes, Little Wayne's, and I go, I had never heard of it before. And I go, I was like, what is it? And she's like, you don't know Lil Wayne? And I go, no. And then everyone started coming out of the place going, what the fuck is wrong with it? You know what I mean?
Bathroom. Like, hey man,
You know, right? People popped up, you know what I mean? And it was like, I felt embarrassed. And I have to say something to everyone right now, okay?
Yeah.
I want to say something to everyone, all right? Like, I know certain things. I know Rachmaninoff, okay? I know Chopin, okay? I know, then let's go back into, I know every Beatles album, every Stones album, every Velvet Underground album, every Roxy Music album, every, like Talking Heads, CBGB, all television. What's 3?
Yeah, white stuff.
Don't call it white stuff, man.
You like
Al Green.
No, he doesn't even listen to Al Green.
Al Green too.
He does not
Michael
listen
Jackson.
to any of that.
That's what you like.
Let's go, dude.
Keep going.
Yeah. Marvin Gaye, dude. I love it. Let's go. You know what I mean?
You like what you like.
In Living Color.
But here's the thing, Bobby, is that
Well, that's a band called Living Color. Yeah. There's a band called
The
Living
TV
Color.
show.
No, not
Yeah.
the TV show. No, let me start. So then I like, you know what I mean? Sonic Youth, Pixies, Interpol. Like we've had these people. We've had people.
Right,
that I
they're
like
amazing. You like
on the
great
thing.
bands, yeah.
And so for me, it's like, and I like Tribe Called Quest. I like De La Soul. I like, certain kinds of hip hop. I've tried my best, all right, because I'm from the suburbs and I grew up with a lot of white people.
Wait, I have a quick. Can you ask
you
him
don't like Lil Wayne. Like you're
I
not
never
drawn to
heard
that.
of it.
Nikki,
It
can
feels
you
that
ask him
way.
the Destiny's Child question again?
Yeah, go back to
Okay.
Destiny Child.
What's the difference between do you see the distinction between Destiny's Child and Beyonce? Like, do you think
Well,
that
first of all,
you
there's
should
two
just say
different
Destiny's
art
Child's
group.
song is a Beyonce song?
The 2 different art group you said? Go ahead,
Yeah.
keep going, please.
Okay, so I feel like this is a riddle. Is this like the back?
No.
I feel like this is the back
Tell
end,
us.
but
tell
Why are you
us-
sweating?
Yeah.
Wait, Bobby, will you tell us about Destiny's Child?
Yeah. To tell us about your Destiny's Child and the
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Tiger Belly is going live, and we have 2 beautiful dates. We're going to be August 26th, ACL Live at the Moody Theater. Moody. And then we're going to be August 31st, the Moore Theater in Seattle, Washington. Moore.
More theater.
What, Moore? And we want more.
Hey, Bobby, you have really cool friends in Austin. Do you think they might show up to the show?
They're going to all come. If you don't come, don't ever mess with me again.
I love that statement.
All right, so you better come or there's going to be voodoo. Voodoo.
Hey, Kalila, where can we get these tickets?
You guys go get your tickets at tigerbellylive.com. And yeah, we'll see you there.
Bye.
Bye.
I booked it late. There was nothing left, but I needed that time
Do you do
slot.
aisle or window?
I got the window, and nobody showed up, and I was like, "Ooh, baby, here we go. We got the middle seat open." And
Yeah.
then in came Ralphie May.
I hate when that happens.
I mean, this guy, and look, well, we can save it if you want, but
We're recording now.
I got nothing against the Tubbos, the Chubettes, the Fatties, the Lizzos, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But I look at fat like smoking. Once you can smoke, but once you blow it into my face,
Yeah.
now I'm pissed. And he's got secondhand fat in my chair. I got the gut and the arm.
Yeah.
He's all over me.
Yeah.
Well, I have this rule that if I sit next to someone who's taking up more space than usual, that I should be allowed to lean on them and use them as a pillow. And they usually allow me. They're really nice about it. Like this woman, I had a 17-hour flight to Melbourne. And this woman was like, look, I'm a big woman. If you could just hop over me to go to the bathroom, that'd be great. But also, if you need to lean on me, you can. I'm like,
Wow.
thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to touch you,
I don't care. She was really sweet.
marshmallow people.
Was she
First of all-
sticky?
She wasn't. She was really cozy.
Also, can I
Okay.
just say something? How about any part of your body that's in my area is mine?
There you go.
So I can draw on it.
Yeah.
Get markers to draw. I can do whatever. It's like mine.
Yes.
Right? And then when you leave, it gets out of my territory. It's yours again.
I like it. But also, you're a lovely lady. If this
Whoa.
weirdo-
What is she saying? Hot?
well, I'm trying to keep it professional.
Yeah.
But if you lean on a person, it's different than if me and this little egg roll.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't.
Hey, do you hang out with other egg rolls or no?
Yeah.
I look at your photos. You
Who are
don't
your
have egg rolls
other?
in
Who are
your
your
life.
other egg roll friends?
Well, the problem, you egg rolls, you're always working.
All right, yeah.
So I can't find you. You're dealing blackjack or sitting on a box peeling something.
Oh, so the egg rolls in New York, they sit on boxes and they peel things?
Oh my God, you guys can squat like nobody's business.
Oh, so okay, yeah.
I know you're Korean, but I went to China.
Yeah.
And man, they just squat. That's like comfortable.
Yeah.
And they squat and smoke.
Yeah.
Very
We love it.
strange.
We love that position.
I would just shit.
Is Ronnie Chang an egg roll that you would hang
I
out with?
love Ronnie Chang. I
too.
love Shang Wang. All the names that sound racist.
Yeah. There's another New York guy. I don't know his name, but he's always on my feed. Good looking, kind of an Asian dude.
Good looking Asian.
Seller.
Never heard of such a thing. Well, Ali Wong's very attractive.
Yeah. If you were with your girl, would you penetrate her?
I would, sure. I'd love to.
Really?
Wow.
Can we raise your hand? Isn't penetration so nice?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Strap on?
Yeah.
Yeah, strap on it?
Yeah. You've strapped.
Yeah.
He's never let me strap nor
What?
peg.
Will you let your girl straps and then fuck you in the ass?
No, but you got strap vibes.
You know what, dude? That's the most insulting bullshit I've ever fucking heard from you, friend.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's so insulting.
Well, you're open-minded. You've tried everything. You're fluid, baby.
Yeah, baby. Let's just introduce him. Get through this fucking nightmare. What a nightmare! I have to get. Hi.
Don't worry about him.
He's a Jew, right?
Oh, is he a Jew?
Look at him.
You should see his cut dick.
Is your dick cut? What's that? Is your dick cut? Yeah. Okay.
Mine is too, and I'm not Jewish.
Oh, really? Yeah, mine's yours.
Mine's not. I like to leave it all
I have a new.
elephantitis. Yeah.
No. My new thing is uncut dick.
Oh,
Really?
that's your new
Yeah.
thing now?
That's my new
What's
thing.
the biggest
Bullshit.
difference for you?
No, I wouldn't circumcise my son if I had one.
Whoa.
Oh.
I have uncut. I love uncut vag.
Yeah.
Where that wall's still there? What's that wall when you penetrate?
Labia majora?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the thing the football players run through. You know,
Yeah.
The hymen.
Yeah.
The hymen.
Hymen.
That's his last name.
Oh, really?
No. Jew. What about you, Napoleon Dynamite? You cut?
Yeah, you don't look good. You don't look good at all. You don't look cool. What are you wearing? So you look stupid. Anyway, let's start. Four, three. I'm your host and your MC and your guy.
We didn't get any of that?
No, that's all aired.
Oh, okay. I thought there was some good stuff in there.
Yeah, we air that and then we go to.
Okay.
You know what it is? We're like an A24 movie.
Oh.
Right. You know, sometimes the fucking, you know what I mean?
It's out of order.
Title is sometimes mid-movie.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's what
Gotcha.
we're like, man.
I like
Fuck,
that.
Bro. We're like Miramax, old school, dude.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, fool.
My wife's bra size, 824. That was a stretch.
Hey, yeah. So, hey, I like you, man.
She actually has huge cans.
And I've never met her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I keep her in a
Yeah.
little room.
Yeah. Is she hot, though?
She's a good-looking lady.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
When's the marriage? Marriage already happened?
Yeah. It's been about 6 months. I give it a year.
You give it, yeah. Who went?
Oh, the whole gang. We could have used you.
Was never invited.
Well, you're not going to fly. It was in New Orleans.
I would have flown. I have
You
money.
would have gone?
My money.
Mm.
Honestly, dude. You never thought about inviting me, huh?
Well,
I'm not close enough.
You're above it.
No, I'm not above it. Just be real. I'm not close enough yet.
Can we get there?
I want to get there.
All right.
But, let me ask you something.
Okay.
Am I somebody that could get there?
100%?
Interesting.
Yeah.
You think I could get there with Sam too?
Yeah, he's a little persnickety.
All right. Yeah. I feel closer to him right now.
What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on, bud.
We go way back.
Going back.
All right.
So anyway, welcome to Tiger Belly. I'm your host, Bob. We got that guy, Kalila, Gilbert. We got this guy right here. And then, what's up, man?
Hi,
and then we got some guy, you know, he has a podcast with Sam Morril. I forgot what it was called.
We might be drunk.
We might be drunk. They
Oh,
have their
yeah.
whiskey.
Yes,
Yeah,
Bodega
he has a
Cat.
new Netflix special out. What's it called?
Ooh, soup to nuts.
Soup to Nuts.
Somebody
And-
did their homework, huh? Holy. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. And I know it's there because I see it.
All
Anyway,
right.
so that's good enough. But anyway, and I'm promoting it now.
It's good to be back.
Anyway, I didn't say your name yet, fuckface.
Oh, sorry.
And it's a guy that I don't know. We have a lot in common.
Really?
Really?
No, I drink and don't have strap-on vibes.
Yeah, I know, but if I did drink, I would drink with you and drink at your level.
I would love that.
Yeah, I was just too much for people like you.
Not
Yeah.
at his level. You drink clamatos.
Oh, fuck it,
What?
baby, fuck it.
What are you,
Fuck
a
it deep.
divorced housewife? Are you at a slut?
And then I think one year you looked at me and you go,
Yeah, man. I'm done with sex for a while.
for how long?
I did not blow a load for the entire year of 2014.
Oh my God. Imagine.
I was completely celibate.
What
No jacking off, no
Oh,
nut.
wow.
What happened when you did blow a load? Was it like The Shining instead of blood coming out of the elevator?
Lots of
Just come. I mean, what happened?
It was actually it was underwhelming. And to be precise, I went 431 days, which is actually a year and 3 months.
Wow.
431 days, and then I blew a rather unimpressive load.
Really?
Yeah, it landed on my tummy. I took a picture of my tummy, sent it to all my buddies.
Yeah.
They were underwhelmed by the picture.
Was it? I wonder if they. I don't know. I'm not a medical. You're a more medical person than I am, right? Because you're a nurse. I mean, because after 2 weeks of not masturbating,
Right. Then you're gonna blow a monster.
yeah. It's like, you know what I mean.
I think 10 days is about the max it's ever gonna get, and then it starts sort of cycling through your body.
You think that it's just going to be one giant gridlock of a freeway of just like
Right.
this backed up nut
Yeah,
all the
I
way
thought
through
your
throat?
nuts would be like an elephant nut.
This all actually played out in my stand-up.
It did,
like
yeah.
It absolutely did. It was, initially when I first started doing stand-up, all of my material was graphic sex stories about encounters that I'd had with various women.
Yeah.
And it got to a point where it was like, okay, people were calling me out. They're like, man, like all this sex material in your stand-up is like really kind of cringy, and maybe you're getting away with it now, but how long does that work? Like, do you want to be 50? And like, yeah, dude, I'm like, like, no.
Yeah.
And so I saw that I was on a path to where it was just going to be straight up pathetic and depressing to behave that way. And I also subscribed to the idea that real happiness was dependent on me learning how to have a healthy relationship.
Wow.
And so I decided I am going to stop fooling around, with random chicks on the road. And I couldn't do it, dude. I couldn't do it. Every time I'd come back from a trip and I'd go to my sponsor. I was like, dude, I did it again, man. Like I was, I was just like, it's the definition of powerlessness. When you can't keep a promise, when you don't want to do something, you do it anyway.
Yeah.
And I ended up getting into therapy, and the therapist recommended that I go into a intensive outpatient sexual addiction treatment program, which I totally did, and then that was followed by the 431 days.
Wow.
It all and I was touring after I got out of the sex rehab. Then I had all these tour dates. I'm like, dude, how am I going to do it? So I hired a cock blocker. That's my guy Scott Randolph, he's my right hand guy. Like,
really,
he started out 100% as a cock blocker. That was his only job.
Wow.
I remember reaching out to him because I knew that he was kind of on the same tip, so this same sort of sobriety deal. And I was like, hey man, like, can you come with me on the road just to be there to help me, like, not act out? And I remember because I had just before that I tried like an actual sober companion. I had to pay this guy like $1,500 or some stupid amount of money for a weekend. And like we were driving up to some fucking comedy club. I'm on the highway driving. This guy's like shoving his cell phone in my face to show me his like acting reel. I'm like, no, I don't want to crash my car with you networking while I'm paying you $1,500 for a fucking weekend. No, and so I was just like, this doesn't work. And I reached out to Scott and I was like, hey man, can you come with me on this trip to Tennessee? And Scott was like, ooh man, I really would love to, but he's like, I'm just like, I don't really have the cash to be buying airplane tickets. I was like, dude, I got you.
Oh, right.
I got you. And then so I told Scott that that I sell T-shirts and books after my show, and I've always got a comedy club employee doing it for me, and I give him $1 per sale.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, do that, and so actually I'll pay for your tickets, your hotel, everything, and we'll get you some revenue out of it. So Scott shows up in the first show. He's like, wait, you don't have a credit card reader? Like, he's like, you don't sell hats? Like he just completely turned my operation into this.
Wow.
Now every show I do, we turn it into a fucking flea market.
Oh, wow.
Like,
so he
dude.
changed it. He did two things then.
Oh, dude.
Cock block.
Oh, dude.
That's his number one job.
Right. Cock block and the merchandising operation. And then he built from my online merchandising operation from the ground up. And then and we became like production partners and everything that we do with all the content,
Wow.
And before this year, or maybe I don't know, the last few years, it's been 2014 was a huge year of productivity.
Yeah.
When you take away all of the distraction, all the time wasted, all of the chasing around, and like just it frees up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And then I ended up with achieving my goal where I'm engaged to be married. I'm in a relationship. I have no fucking distractions, no distractions at all, and I have a partner who helps me accomplish my goals. Like it's insane how laser focused. Like it's just this whole operation. I've got all these people around me helping me do awesome stuff, man. Like I'm just super stoked.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, whatever I'm hearing right now out of your fucking mouth was not what I meant.
Meth scab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was like a googly monster.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Like a dirty needle.
Yeah, it was a dirty needle. He really was.
Yeah.
And to see this is just, and you know what? I'll be honest with you. Every time I see you, it just makes me like, just kind of happy and kind of joyous, Like it says in the book, I feel when I'm around you, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm doing the right thing. It kind of just encourages me, you know what I mean, to stay on the path of it, because when I see him, he's such a fucking miracle to me that it just inspires me, dude. And here's another thing that you did that was mind blowing, was you went from stapling your nuts to your chest or whatever you were doing. Do you have holes in your nuts? I mean, if I look at your nuts, dude, I don't want to ever see your.
You wouldn't notice any scarring from the various staples through my nuts. It's not my nuts, through my scrotum.
Oh, the scrotum. Yeah. Two different things.
There have been times when the staple holes became infected. But even still, even in those cases, no scarring.
Wow.
I've been blessed with beautiful skin. It's hard for me to hang on to a scar.
Yeah, oh, really?
I have one curious question.
Sure.
Before you went on your 431 days,
Yeah.
the last nut that you took, was there some type of like ritual or prayer that you did? Do you remember what it was like? Oh, this is my last one for a long time.
It wasn't even like I said, I was in therapy, and with the therapist, he was recommending like go like 2 weeks or something, and like whatever the period of time that I was going for, I could never make it. So it was just there was a series of failures, and I would go out on the road and I'd come back to the therapist and I'd be like, dude, I acted out, like I didn't want to do that, and so then he recommended going into that program, and that was just when it was just. I was all in. I was all in.
But what I want to know is the day. Okay, go ahead.
I don't remember that there was where this is like you're conjuring up an idea of like the crackhead like just hitting the crack before it goes to
Yeah.
You know, like when in an intervention, when before they get on the plane, they get really loaded.
Right.
So they're drunk on the plane ride. They're hopped up on the plane ride. So that's what I imagine in my head.
Right. I don't remember a ceremonial final.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but what I want to know is when you decided to do it after all that time. Was it in a calendar, or did you just wake up and go, all right, today's the day? I mean, how does that work? Do you time it out? I'm just going to do it this day on Thursday at 8 p.m. or was it just you just woke up and went, yeah, fuck it?
It wasn't a question of fuck it. It was something that I did consciously and deliberately, and on some level in consultation. Like that's the sort of how you do it. But I didn't plan it or schedule it. There wasn't a set time. It was just okay. Tonight I'm gonna put myself to bed.
Do you like candles for yourself?
I didn't. I didn't. But I just had my cell phone ready to get that selfie.
And did you do it to your imagination?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like it's a slippery slope with all of the.
I imagine.
Now with sex addiction, there are, we say that we hear this at all of our things. Like there are certain activities that some addicts need to abstain from that are perfectly cool for others. Like some people, porno is a really, really dangerous activity. And
You point at me.
My thumb just went this way. It just fell this way.
But the way that and unlike drugs and alcohol, just black and white, you're better off without it.
Yeah.
You just cut it out, but you can't make yourself not a sexual person.
Correct.
It's more like food addiction. You have to eat to live, and so sexual sobriety is not about becoming devoid of sex. It's not about becoming asexual. It's just about relearning, a healthy approach to sexuality, to approach sexuality in a way that is not destructive or brings about shame.
Yeah.
And so the way that you could, each addict will define their own sobriety. And we do that with you have red light behaviors where if you do any of that shit, that's a relapse. You have yellow light behaviors where if you do that, then you're in a danger zone. And then there's green light behaviors, what's healthy and what you want to do. So that's called a circle plan.
What's the institution I went to?
We won't say. It's
what-
also not an institution.
What's a PCS? What's it called?
Oh, let's not
CHS?
say the name.
What?
CHS?
No, different one. But it's an inpatient.
I went to a trauma. I went to a
went to an
trauma
inpatient.
inpatient place in
Yeah.
Arizona.
Oh, the gentle path?
No.
Because that's a full-on sex one.
Oh, yeah. No, but we had mostly people that were in
It
my
was
group
mostly for
was that-
trauma.
No, it was trauma, but they were sex addicts.
And that's Black Scent. Canceled.
It's my Clark Ducky.
R.I.P.
Long story short, I catfished my now fiance. I grew up in a small town that was super against the LGBTQ plus community. I felt my whole life I had to hide my sexuality from my family. I pretended to be a guy as I talked with this girl for a few years as a female before meeting my now female fiance. I cannot put into words how much we fell in love with each other. One year I thought this bullshit is too much and decided to meet her, and it was magical. Fast forward years later, we are getting married, but I can't shake off what I did to her. I feel I am responsible for a lot of her insecurities. I mean, am I a shit person, or do I move on, or what?
Wait, how did I don't understand. What? How did the catfishing happen?
He basically acted that she was a guy the whole time. And then...
Oh, so it's a woman.
It's a lesbian
It's a
couple
woman.
that's engaged.
Yeah, they are now
Right.
females.
So a woman that pretended she was a guy.
Yeah.
And started hitting on this other girl online.
They fell in love.
They fell in love.
Met her in person.
Right.
Revealed she was a woman.
And then the girl was cool with it?
She was cool with it, but apparently there's lots of insecurities, and it's almost like this person, we'll call her Lo, she can't shake off the feeling that she had lied, and this is all based on a lie.
Yeah, but without the lie, they would never be together.
Yeah. I've gotten tricked by a girl that looks like a boy.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I forgive her.
Yeah.
How'd that pan out?
Well, she just looked kind of like a boy. I mean, I knew she was a girl, but the fingers got in. Yeah. She creeped on up. She got a couple knuckles in.
Yeah. I've never
said
been
no.
catfished. Is that a bad thing?
I feel like now it's hard to catfish, but there are we see in we watch 90 Day
Of
Fiance.
course. Yeah.
Yolanda.
Yeah.
I mean, once you're past 50, it's very easy to be catfished because you don't know how the internet works. And Williams. When she remember when she was really after Williams?
Yeah.
I know. And why would there be an S?
Oh, Yolanda.
I'm
Yeah,
happy for her.
but I'm mad at Yolanda's kids.
Me too.
It's like fucking lock her in a room and I'm being real. It's like, Mom, are you out of your fucking mind?
It's so sad. And
He's not gonna fuck. He's not real.
Haven't you had to do that to your friends with real boyfriends too? Where like he doesn't like you. You just have to. People just are so they want their fantasy to be real so bad that they'll. I've lost friendships over telling people the truth about where I'm like, this person's disrespect. They're obviously not into you, and they scream at me and are mad at me and don't want to be friends with me anymore. And it's like, do you want the truth or do you want to live? It's literally the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's like, do you want the red pill or the blue pill?
Yeah, I've never been. I haven't been there since I was like, in my early 20s. Like fallen somebody for that hard. Do you fall for people that hard?
I get anxiously attached to people sometimes. It depends on if they like remind me of my mom or dad. Honestly, it's like it's all childhood wounds. So it's if a guy gives me a lot of attention and I'm not, it's usually like people I'm not that into at first, and then I'm like, oh, I'll give them a shot. And then the minute I bang them or something, they withdraw. Then I'm like, wait, why don't you love me? Like, aren't you into me? Like, I get very like anxious because I've put I'm giving them I need their approval for me to be something. But I've worked on that. It's codependency.
It's codependency. I have the same thing, but I try to mask it. So I'm really like kind of fucking myself. So I try to play cool girl a lot. When truly that's masking my codependence.
Right.
My feeling is really like, please don't leave me. I need you to show me validation and all of these things. And that's why we're perfect. Codependent addict.
Yeah.
So
I know it's so good. Narcissist.
Uh-huh.
But he's not a bad narcissist.
No, he's
open
not.
about it.
He's not a true narcissist because we've been through this.
I'm not a narcissist at all. What the fuck are you talking about?
Stop talking about yourself.
I watched. There's this Indian.
No, we all are. Bob,
I'm not. No,
we're on the spectrum of narcissism comedians.
You have narcissistic traits, but you're not a true narcissist because a true narcissist does not know how to show any kind of empathy or love or reciprocation. They're only out for themselves, and they are. I don't feel.
When the natural disaster happens, right? And have you ever had this where you're watching the news, right, and you see like Sandy Hook, right?
That's not a natural disaster. It's the least natural disaster of all time. The most unnatural disaster of history.
Interesting example.
You're like natural disaster, like 9/11 when the wind blew the planes into the building. It was crazy. So gusty that day.
All right, not a natural disaster, right?
Tragedy.
A tragedy happens,
yeah.
right? Sandy Hook, right? And for me, it's like I remember the day when I was watching CNN or whatever, and it was happening.
When I was watching the playground.
yeah. And I was just like, just in tears.
Yeah.
Right? And just looking at these poor.
Why did it bump the show you were on? You were like, it was supposed to be the Mad TV was coming back out.
Yeah. So I have a sense of like, I'm a human being.
Empathy
Well,
and love.
be careful with that because what I learned about narcissism is that you're talking about being a psychopath or a sociopath where you absolutely have no remorse or feelings towards tragedies. Narcissists have feelings. In fact, the worst thing you can do to a narcissist to shatter them is to leave them. Being left, because narcissism at the root is true insecurity. That's how it's bred. And because they're not, usually an adult that is now a narcissist was a kid who was overindulged in praises, but underindulged emotionally.
I'm not like that.
Simultaneously.
I'm not like
So
that.
that's what I'm saying. You do have narcissistic traits, but you're saying
Leave me. See what happens.
I've gone into a rabbit hole of like narcissism because I realized like there's so many narcissists in my family.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm codependent.
We do have traits, though, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
of course.
No, and I think that's important to have that sense of self-promotion is necessary to make it in this industry.
I think you're great, Bobby. You got nothing to worry about. You're working on yourself. As long as you work on yourself, that's my criteria for people in my life. If we're all fucked up, we all have dents. It's like what makes us cute and unique and it's cool. But if you're not working on like handling your triggers and stuff like that, I want nothing to do with you because it's not like I dated a guy who had so much PTSD from childhood abuse, which I also have PTSD from stuff in my childhood, but I work on it and he wasn't working on it. And it's like, when you do that, you're just an unsheathed sword and you're just slicing everyone around you. Like, why am I getting screamed at?
Same.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it's just, and I understand where he's coming from and I forgive him, but I wasn't going to be around that.
Yeah, that wallowing is so not cute. To just sit there and wallow and to know that there is a solution, but to not take that solution is
because
really
and
bothersome.
to think that everything everyone's
It's
thinking
happening to
about
you.
the
Yeah.
worst. Yeah, the worst.
Yeah, but I find that like that happens. Like I had a childhood friend who now has borderline personality, and that is the one reason why like I cannot have a relationship with him at all. He is a victim of everything. He's so hot and cold. He's very abusive verbally, and then the next thing he's the most apologetic person. He's yelling at you 1 second and then like just profusely apologizing. And then when
That's not actually that bad though. That doesn't mean borderline always. Sometimes people just catch themselves in the middle of screaming and then apologize.
that's true.
What do you guys fight about?
We don't fight that much, but we did. He was late. Like I was like, "Do you want to come with me?" Because I like when he drives me, and he missed the dog because I had the dog all day. And he was like, "Yeah," but he was doing the laundry. This actually makes me sound so bad. He was doing the laundry, but I told him ahead of time. I was like, "I'll be there in a half an hour," and I was afraid I was going to be late. So I like get there and I text him like, "I'm here," and he's like, "Okay, I have to change the laundry." And then it's like 8-9 minutes, and I'm like, "How fucking long does it take to change the fucking laundry?" So I take the dog out. He's not in the laundry room, and I'm like screaming. I'm like, "Where are you?" I'm like screaming, and the neighbors are like, "What are you doing?" And then he comes, and then but it was fun. It's always a mess. But I'm working on it. I'm getting better at it. But he doesn't really do anything wrong ever.
No, I don't think that's borderline. Borderline is like bipolar, but faster. So you rapid cycle your moods. So you go through like 10 different moods within an hour.
Yeah, that was my ex probably. Yeah. So crazy.
Am I like that?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
God, no.
narcissistic to be worrying about whether that's
Like even when he's worried about like cancel culture and stuff, he's such a sub. He's such a simp. He's like the gentlest, softest. Like I remember when we first started dating, he would always go on podcasts and talk about his like sexual prowess with me. This is before you had even posted a picture of me.
Yeah.
And I would listen and I would giggle because I'm like, oh, it's just what he has to do, pretend that he's this like big, mighty, sexual king when he really like he's such a simp.
Yeah.
And I love him for
he's
that.
Always on his stomach.
Yeah.
He's a real belly boy. I can just imagine you just puckering your ass up.
Yeah, he's a bottom. He's my baby bottom.
Oh, that's so cute. I'm a middle.
Anyway,
yeah.
What a great body.
No, but
anywho.
I saw something or read something about how like, because I had a lot of yelling in my childhood, and they were like, yelling is actually abusive. Just even if you're not yelling at the person, just yelling is like surprising, shocking, and abusive around people. So once I heard that, that was a wake up call for me. And I had a boyfriend that I scratched on his neck, and I was like, I'm done. Like I have to I have to help myself, because if I did that to him, if I have kids or whatever, like it just wasn't like a safe thing. So after that, I really worked on my anger. And
Do you want to promote something?
why is Bobby so mad?
I'm not mad.
It's not about him, so he has to end it.
No, that's not.
Wow.
Wow.
He got
Revelations.
bored. Look at his stance. Look at how he's sitting. He's like, I once heard, you'll like this story. Okay, so when we used to have flip phones, I used to drink, and I had this flip phone, and it was like duct taped together because it was so I dropped it so many times drunk. And my best friend, I would talk to her on the phone all the time, and it kept happening where I would be talking to her, and I would get mine out first. Like I'd call and I'd be like, my story. Okay, now it's your turn. And the phone kept hanging up, and I was like, she was like, you're a fucking asshole. Why do you keep doing that? And I was like, I'm not doing it on purpose. And it would comically happen every time. And then I realized what it was because of the duct tape. When it was her turn to talk, I'd get bored and like loosen my hand. I wasn't gripping it excited, and it would battery would fall out. It would hang on. I was like, what's going on with you?
That's how you keep his attention. So like if you need him to listen to something, you've got to pepper in things that relate to him. If you don't, you've completely lost your audience.
I think that's why we're animals. Look, you started to fall asleep.
No, I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, so you have to pepper in things about himself. Right?
No, babe.
Yeah.
I'm always no.
Yep.
Yes. Do you have a podcast?
I do have a podcast.
What's it called?
It's called Me Inspiration. It's on YouTube as the main source.
Okay.
So that's on
Everyone listening,
youtube.com/Annie Letterman.
she's so great. Please support her.
He's so upset. He's gone into a mood.
And her handles are Annie Letterman.
We got to get him. We got to get him ayahuasca stat.
And when the pandemic's over, please check her out.
her stand up. She's so funny on stage, and she's like a star rising. She really is.
Thanks. I'm going to be in the 4th episode of the documentary, which is coming out on this Sunday.
Oh, the Comedy Store one?
Yeah, on Showtime.
Oh.
They did a
I
whole
saw you in the
piece on it.
trailer.
Yeah, he put me in a lot of things.
Have you seen the documentary so far? Am I in it?
I think you are. I think
Thank
so,
you.
but I don't know.
I don't think I am.
I watched it months ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched it but I do believe you are in it.
I think I'm in it too, because people have said it. But thanks
Well,
for
you
remember-
just wanted to hear it again?
Yeah, he did.
You look
No, because I don't know what I'm so paranoid about it that I don't know what section I'm in or what episode or what I say or what they kept in.
I hate to point this out. You got very animated and excited when you started talking about yourself.
You know what? I fucking hate
He
you
woke
so much.
up. He
I
woke
fucking hate you.
up.
I've had enough. I've had enough of
good.
it.
I love
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Give her a
And
round of applause. Annie Lederman.
follow me on Instagram. It's Letterman, Lederman.
Lederman.
You can buy my mask, support my rent, and my Patreon. All my name. YouTube. Will you do my podcast?
Oh.
Will you do my podcast sometime?
Yeah, anytime.
Hey everyone, that was our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. A lot of fun. Just want to thank our sponsors for making this show possible: Sheath, Freshly, BetterHelp, and Tushy. Try out Sheath for yourself at no risk. The first pair of underwear has a 100% money back guarantee. SHEATH. Underwear.com and promo code Tiger saves not 1%. But 20%. Join almost 1.5 million people satisfied customers and skip the shopping, prepping, cooking, and cleanup. Freshly is offering our listeners $40 off their first 2 orders at freshly.com/tigerbelly. Take charge of your mental health today and get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/belly. If you have a butthole, like me, George, Bob, and Kalila, treat it right with a modern bidet. Go to hellotushy.com/tigerbelly to get 10% off and a fresh, clean butthole. Get your question on Tiger Belly by emailing us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. We're looking for something out of the ordinary, strange coworkers, weird family members, alien encounters. You can email us at adviceunhelpful@gmail.com. Once again, guys, you can follow Kalila at Calamity K, Bobby at Bobby Lee Live, George at George_Kimmel, and myself at Gilbits. We love you so much. Follow Tiger Belly on Instagram at Tiger Belly. Have a good night.
Down after one of our podcasts, and we decided let's reach out to comics we haven't had or performers that could be guests on Tiger Belly. So what I did is I went to my phone, my contact
Here's
list.
what I'll say. I think when listening to the Neil one, Neil Brennan, which I love, by the way, it is weird because you like don't want to ask people to be on your podcast because it's like you're like, but so many people ask. We don't normally have to ask.
Right.
Am I making any sense?
No, I don't get what you're saying.
Well, just when Neil was like, how come you haven't asked me to be on? I would shoot myself in the head before I'd ask Neil to be on my podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then you're like, well, why haven't you asked me? And I'm like, why haven't you asked me? It's just like, there's no like there's no consistent procedure yet.
This
Protocol.
is beyond that. This is beyond that
This
nightmare.
is beyond that nightmare. So I went through my whole and I was, there's some names in here. I was like, you know what? They're gonna say no, but I'm gonna reach out anyway, right?
New Bob.
New Bob is like,
A self-worth.
Yeah, and so
Bobby Lee.
So and people that had said no in the past, I reached out to like Sebastian Maniscalco, and he wants to do it now. We're trying to find a date. And there's other ones. So I went down and I got down to the T's, right?
Titus.
And I saw Daniel Tosh.
Oh, yeah.
In my phone under
Are
D Tosh.
such a fucking masochist. Oh my god. Okay.
All right, so I go, hey, it's Bobby Lee. This probably isn't your number anymore, but can you do my podcast, please? I love you. That's what I said. He responds right away. He goes, Bobby, I would love to, brother. Here, have your folks send me the details. And he's like, thank God I didn't change my number. Right?
So sweet.
Sweet.
Lovely.
So I go, thanks, dude. Exclamation. He goes, of course, I'm honored. And I almost cried. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's, that's something's going on.
Is he a Scientologist now? What happened
Yeah,
to Tosh?
so the next day, it says, Bobby, your podcast today, I'm so sorry about you and Kalila. He goes all into it. And then he goes, then this is where it gets fishy. He goes, let's get together this weekend. I'll be in LA. It'd be great to catch up. Love you, man. So I'm like, wow, he's religious or I don't know. Like, I'm around. It's been tough. Let's get coffee or something. Let me know. Then he responds right away, say strong brother, and then this and that. And then I look up at, I don't have his picture saved, but I look up into this photo right here.
Oh my God.
And it says
my God.
Tosh. I don't know what that means. So I Google Tosh, and it's the same Indian guy.
Wait, I didn't even know this.
I told you, Whitney.
Sit down, please.
I had such secondhand embarrassment over
Oh my
this.
God. Wait, who is this guy?
Right.
He's
I don't.
CEO of.
So
A diverse person?
Yes.
right. So I saved D Tosh, and I should have put Tosh as the anyway.
It's okay. It's
I saved it as
Googled
D
him.
Tosh. So then I go, hey Tosh, I thought I was texting with Daniel Tosh, the comedian. Sorry for the miscommunication and misunderstanding. Ha ha ha. I'm so sorry. And then he goes,
Let me stop you. Hold on.
Yeah.
The fact that Tosh sent you to his people is the craziest part of this.
Wait, who is he?
Exactly.
But I looked him up. He is the CEO of this company. It's like a tech company.
What?
So like he does have people.
Why is he in your phone?
but this is how I changed, because in the past I would have gone, I'm just gonna have him on my podcast.
The fact that he didn't.
We always
This
have this guy, Tosh, some random guy on our podcast,
CEO.
just because I fucked up on the whole thing.
Tosh. Yeah, he's the founder of Char.
We gotta have him on.
The fact
I
that
think we have to have him on now.
He
I think
should
we
have
have-
known, like, this isn't for me.
Yeah, so in my head, right, I'm
What
like,
a narcissist was like he I'm sure this happens. Anyone that has a name similar to a famous person, it happens all the time.
but they don't have a similar name.
Daniel Tosh and Tosh.
Yeah, that's his first
Okay,
name.
if a comedian that is not known for having all
Right.
the cards in the deck texts you about
But
his
this is how-
podcast, he should have deduced like, oh, he's probably talking about Daniel Tosh.
Right. But this is how dumb I am and how I don't read things. So his initial response was, love to, brother. Have your folks send me the details.
By the way, in the
email.
fact, like I already knew it wasn't Tosh when he was like, I listened to your episode of Tiger.
I know.
Sorry about
But
your
this-
breakup. Like
he goes, miss you so much. Vix and I got to see you at the comedy club a few weeks ago.
you should.
So in my head, I'm like, who's Vix? I don't know no Vix, all right? Because I know Tosh's
Can you
wife.
imagine Tosh watching a comedy show?
I know, and he would have called it the store, not comedy club. I mean, there's just so many signs. But in my head, I'm
He's like, I saw your skit down at the comedy club. You're like, what?
yeah.
How? Yeah.
Yeah. So not only did I not fuck you, man. Fuck you.
When he came home and told me this story, I was like, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of my
Remember I called you and I called him, I called him, don't email the guy.
I was so disappointed. I bragged to so many friends. We're going to finally get Daniel Tosh for the 5 years.
Have you?
I
Do
love
you
that
have
guy.
Tosh's?
No, I don't even
tried-
have his fucking number, dude.
You have his? Can we FaceTime him?
No, don't FaceTime now. I'm so embarrassed. Please don't. Not right now.
Well, you just don't respond. It'll go away. You just have to not respond.
No, I already did. I said. I mean, he said he at the
apologized.
end. I apologize, and at the end he goes, "It's all good. Yeah, it would be the first. Cheers."
Okay.
But now I have to get Tosh on here, just for like at least 15 minutes, and go.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Would it?
We,
I feel like we milked that for all it was worth. I feel like that was the perfect ending to the story, and it's over.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
anyway,
over.
so do you think I handled it well?
Not particularly. But yeah, that's just a nightmare. But the bigger question is, Tosh, has he ever done a podcast? I'm trying
That's why I thought, oh my God, he
the
doesn't
fir-
do all the
you're the
other
first
ones,
one.
right? So I'm like,
Yeah.
this is going to be great for me.
It was
You know?
worse for me because when he said Kalila, sorry about you and Kalila's I was like, he knows who I am. I was so excited.
Yeah. And then, don't get me wrong. I mean, if I saw Daniel Tosh on the street, he would hug me and we talk.
Of course.
I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world, but I just don't have the kind of relationship with
Yeah.
him like I have
Yeah.
with others. You know what I mean?
It is weird though because there are sometimes that comedians, especially now after the pandemic, I think people who they really are is coming out. People that used to be toxic are kind of now like healed. People have had to make a decision at the age we are whether they're going to heal or stay assholes. And sometimes people that were rough or rude or that you were scared of now are like, hey man, so good. people have come out the other side either better or worse in a way.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense with all these cancellations, or I don't know what it is, but there's been a little bit of a reckoning. And like I was really nervous to ask Gabriel Iglesias to come on my podcast.
Oh.
Like I was just like I don't really know him. I'm a fan. Like I've seen him, but we're not like, I've never. He's just like always selling out stadiums. He's not at the Comedy Store hanging out. And I DM'd him, and I was like, he'll probably never respond. And I was like, hey, do you want to come? Right away. Yep, absolutely. I'm there in August. I'd love to come. And it was like, of course he would be like that, but it was just kind of
one of the nicest guys in the world.
I was,
Get Gabriel on there.
Yeah, I love. Hey, not before I have him on. And
I want to see if he'll pick up for me right now.
But I'm just saying, I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
Of course he's nice, but there are times where someone that is really nice wants to do your podcast right away, or like, this is cool. I guess it's,
I don't have his number.
sometimes it's surprising. I get what it's like to go like to be, and you were intoxicated by just that. Yeah, the answer yes.
Yeah.
And I think there's something really sweet and sort of innocent about just going like, yeah, this is Tosh. He's just this guy now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Not that he's not that guy. I'm just saying that,
but he's no
there's no way he's going to respond with a gigantic chunk
Anyone
of
that
detail.
is a comic that's coming on the podcast is going to, I'm not going to talk about the breakup here. I'm going to talk about it when I fucking go on there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A comic would have held it, been like, see you the 15th, not going to say anything else.
Right.
Well, I'll save it for the content.
Also, I should have just looked. The biggest giveaway was I should have just looked at this upper photo of an Indian guy.
Yeah, but your vision's not good lately.
I'm going to update it. Name and
Just
photo.
delete that person.
No.
You can't. You're going to make this mistake again.
Now he's on the thing.
You didn't, based on those those are
Long
those are
paragraph.
rectangles. Those are vertical rectangles. I could have told you could flip that around. I could have told you that wasn't Tosh from over here.
Oh, right here. That's
Yes,
long.
that's
Yeah,
not
there's no
Tosh.
way. There's
Not
no
Tosh.
way. Yeah, there one sentence.
No.
Yeah, like Sebastian's. I can read you Sebastian's.
Oh, hilarious.
Yeah, I can read you Sebastian's. Sebastian's is
This is a fun game. Let's go through. Let's do this. Last text Santino sent you.
okay. So yeah,
Let's do last
So these-
text.
This is usually
Last text of
This is usually
the memories that I didn't create with my father. You know what I'm saying? I never went fishing with my father, so I gotta take my son fishing. I know this sounds crazy. When we was doing summer camp, but this is what made summer camp so dope, Chappelle Show summer camp. We gave people that was desperate for entertainment, people that were depressed, staying in the house, didn't know what to do, we gave them the opportunity to go out and feel some type of being normal. You know what I'm saying? But with that, we had activities. I've created this person called the River Ninja.
Yeah, you told me.
The River Ninja, and he was birthed because I was sick of fucking Hollywood, right? I'm like, fuck Hollywood. I'm having problems in my fucking relationship. I need to get the fuck away from here. I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to kill somebody else. I went to Yellow Spring and found fucking nature. I went on one fucking kayaking trip, and I was like this, I'm the River Nigga. I'm like, yo, this is this hat, motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
This
why.
hat
Yeah.
is a River Nigga hat. Look at how you know how many rivers you gotta have to get this fuzzy part right here, son?
Yeah.
I said to myself, I embodied this person, and I said to myself, I was like, fuck Hollywood. I was like, I'm the River Nigga. I said from the streets to the creeks.
Yeah.
I said from the hoods to the woods. I said from whores to oars.
Yeah.
From Adidas to Tevas, I'm the River Nigga.
Do you really wear Tivas?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love
wore 'em
Tevas.
all fucking duh. I love white bitches. Okay. Now listen.
Yeah.
You know what? I made fun of them. They the most comfortable goddamn shoes ever. And not only that, you could do anything with them. Like you could be walking a trail, which I never did. You could be walking a trail and then you see a fucking creek and a swimming hole. Guess what? You don't have to change your shoes.
Right.
The first black people I took out on the river in kayak, and they put 3 pairs of sneakers.
Hey guys, we're going to take a really quick break to share one of our true sponsors.
Choo 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 ship station. You guys, Ship Station is a service that we use here at Target Belly. The holiday season is here, and holiday shoppers are buying more stuff online than ever before. Did you know that?
No.
If you're an online seller, are you struggling to keep it up? Get your ship together with ShipStation. When you're selling online, getting a massive amount of orders out quickly can be tough, bro.
Yeah.
Which shipping carrier should you use? Are you getting the best rates? Will it be delivered in time?
No matter what you're selling or where you're selling from, Shopify, Amazon, eBay, or your own website,
Yeah.
ShipStation brings all of your orders into one simple interface, making them Really easy to manage from any device, even your cell phone. ShipStation works with all the major carriers, including USPS, FedEx, UPS, even international. So you can compare and choose the best shipping solution every single time.
And right now, Tiger Belly listeners can try ShipStation free for 60 days when you use the offer code BELLY. Make sure your business can meet the demands of this massive online shopping season. Get started at ShipStation.com today. Click on the microphone at the top of the homepage and type in BELLY. That's ShipStation.com, then enter offer code BELLY. ShipStation.com. Make ship happen.
Brooklinen.
Oh, yeah.
You guys, Brooklinen is the only sheets we use in this household because they're our favorite sheets of all time. And we only use the best, okay?
And also now we have their towels.
Oh, their towels are
and they're really, really plush waffle robes
I love breakfast.
that I live in.
Yeah.
Robes, babe.
I love the robes as well.
Waffle robes, yeah.
You've probably heard of us talking about Brooklinen before, huh?
Yeah.
But they're the home of the internet's favorite sheets. But their towels, they're also amazing. That's what we use. They give your daily routines a little something extra. And with varying levels of plushness, the towel of your dreams is waiting to wrap you up. And with all the extra time at home, it might be nice to invest a little extra softness and absorbency. Hey guys, I've been looking for ways to turn my bathroom into a miniature spa, and Brooklinen's towels have been helping me find my zen.
I think it's personally fine to stay in your towel all day after you shower.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I'll stay in my towel until I'm ready to shower again. That's called efficiency. And Brooklinen's towels not only make it possible, they make it comfortable.
Wow, Brooklyn is the perfect place to find all the comforts for home, including ultra soft towels. They're so confident in their product that everything comes with a lifetime warranty. Use promo code SLEPT for 10% off your first order at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code SLEPT, SLEPT. Brooklinen, everything you need to live your most comfortable life. Enjoy the rest of the show.
So I embrace this. I embraced it because what we were doing, like we were creating a sense of hope for an audience. But then even in our artistic community, like I was planning shit like kickball games and shit. We would have barbecues and shit. We would have fucking dinners, man. We would fucking go hiking. We all the shit that white people kept away from us for so many years. I discovered it. Yeah. It's over.
Yeah.
Y'all got a nigga in the river. Y'all in trouble now.
Yeah.
But the thing that I like, and the first time I took a trip down the river, I was with my friend Patrick Lake. He's the one, he was my river buddy and shit. And we were smoking a joint in the motherfucking kayak. And he was like, this is life. He said, this reminds you of like building ramps and jumping ramps and fishing for crawdads and stuff. The simple life. And in that moment, I realized that, we forget what the important things in life are. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Nature is so dope and it don't cost shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You get your peace. It's tranquil. Yeah. And then I was going down there. I said to myself, man, I got to take my son in this river. And my theme song for the whole summer was Leon Bridges. Take me to the river. I want to go. Yeah. That's my song. And then I took my son on the river. And then I said, take me to the river. He came back. I want to go.
Oh.
And I looked at my son. He was born in California, right? I looked at him in his eyes. I said, you're a little river ninja. He said, no, Daddy, I'm a beach ninja. Because he's from Cali. He said, I'm a river ninja for you, but I'm going back to Malibu or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was just like, that whole experience of being a part of the summer camp, man, being able to create memories. And even I talked to you about, we was talking about like developing shows. You said you just sold the show to ABC. And I think I'm at the point in my career now where, we get to a certain level of frustration where I keep doing these auditions and people are telling me no for shit that I really don't want to do. You're telling me, people are telling you no. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain point where you make that transition where, you of course, it's something that's a good opportunity to audition, but you get to a certain point, you don't have the same energy for an audition because you know that you could create something doper. And your situation is a lot different than mine because you've created something that can't nobody take away from. You know?
Yeah, I have to say that when I was young and younger in the business, I was like, why? I don't think it's going to happen for me. You know, I see all these guys get big things, and, you know, there were a couple of years where nothing really happened. But what I realized at my age now is, you know, I've always had a slow rise. You know, my shit has been just very slow.
I say that all the time. I say you got the tortoise in the hare, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then what happened is the thing, especially like, you know, people you started with, people try to compare where your career is to somebody else's.
Yeah.
People always tell me all the time, Donnie, you're so funny. Everything I've seen you and you've been funny. You've been funny as a fucking dramatic actor on The Wire. You've been funny as a dramatic actor on The Corner. To little Netflix things you've done, you fucking killed that shit. Why? I was like, you never know.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is, as long as you can maintain your happiness on the ride, you'll be good.
Yes.
Some people can't. Brody,
Yeah.
our friend,
Yeah.
you know,
This-
dope
yeah.
guy. I did a movie with Brody like 26 years ago. We was with the same management in New York, right? And it was so tragic when I heard the news of that, because I was like, this dude never stopped trying.
You're going to make me cry again.
He never stopped trying
Yeah.
until he finally stopped trying.
You're going to make me cry again.
And the thing is,
Fuck you, man.
people say I'm the life of the party because I tell a joke or two. So take a good look at me now. You know,
My
I'm
face.
frowning.
My face. Yeah, yeah, smiles.
The tears of a clown.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? That's the side. That's the side of our business. That's the side of our business.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the side of
you know, what- this is what I told you out there, right? I go. Okay, this is how I know.
Oh, I gotta do a shout out to real quick. Do a shout out to E.B.
What's
Chappelle.
up?
Nah, E.B. Chappelle. That's Dave Chappelle's youngest son. And I was upset when I heard, because I was talking about my podcast, and then the person I was talking to said that E.B.'s favorite podcast is your fucking podcast. And I was so fucking pissed. I'm like, well,
Hi,
the
EB,
motherfucker.
I love you. EB, I love you.
I was like, do the motherfucker,
EB,
did
I
he
love
see
you.
my podcast? I
Fuck
said,
Donnell.
no.
Fuck Donnell.
I was like, no, it's me.
It's all EB.
But his brother Sully likes my podcast. But EB, I love you. And since you like this motherfucker's podcast so much, let him make your favorite fucking fish, motherfucker. No, he loves my fish. It's hard to understand, but EB loves my fucking fish.
Let me say
But
this
go
real
ahead.
quick. So when I was out there and we were talking about, I go, I think I have a pretty good idea, somewhat, you know. And I look at Donnell, because here's how I knew. When we were this is before the pandemic, and Adam Egant, somebody